Greetings, loyal viewers and subscribers. This is JJ, host of the Mystery History TV weekly web wrap-up show. Don't forget you can check out all these stories at www.mysteryhistory.tv. In this week's news, Stubbs the cat mayor of an Alaskan town gets mauled by a dog. Stubbs is the mayor of an Alaskan town called Talkeetna, and he has been for about 16 years since that election, when the local population thought all the human candidates were unfit and wrote Stubbs' name on the ballot. A local dog mauled Stubbs, and he was seriously wounded with a punctured lung, fractured sternum, and a huge 5-inch gash on his side. Treated by vets and is trying to recover. London's newest skyscraper melts cars and fries eggs. At first, the latest skyscraper to reach the heavens in London looks amazing until you realize it is actually a giant death ray. One man claims the giant death ray melted parts of his car. Others can feel and smell their hair burn, and people are now frying eggs using the hot sunlight reflected off the skyscraper. Many people are calling it the Fry Scraper. Is this Dr. Evil's new headquarters? Wandering Souls, psychological operations in the Vietnam War. Check out this audio recording on YouTube that was used by the U.S. military during the Vietnam War. Also known as Ghost Tape Number 10, this was an audio mix the U.S. military used against the North Vietnamese that played deeply on their fear of ancestor worship. This audio was played on loudspeakers from helicopters and boats and by infantry, usually at night deep within the jungle, and exploited the belief among many of the Viet that once a person is dead, the remains must be placed in an ancestral burial ground, or that person will forever wander aimlessly. The tape was so effective that soldiers were instructed not to play it within earshot of the South Vietnamese forces because they were susceptible as the Viet Cong or North Vietnamese army. A UFO has been caught flying over New York's highways. Reddit user Silly Apples shares a video with the world of what he believes is a UFO. He was driving down Interstate 87 near Monroe, New York, and he saw 3 bright lights hovering above him. Silly Apples reports he was driving home at about 12:30 a.m. towards Harem. Halfway through his trip, he saw lights that were very far away and kind of meshed together. His guess is that if it's something standard and man-made, it'd probably be a helicopter. He didn't hear anything that sounded like a helicopter as he drove right next to it, and he questions if it's a helicopter. What do you comments are open, keep it clean. Another UFO seen by many at a Canadian baseball game. Now a lot of fans are tweeting this. A UFO showed up at the Scotia Bank Field in Vancouver during a Canadian minor baseball game. The UFO appears to be bluish. Is this some sort of remote control aircraft or a kite with lights? We've seen lots of these videos before, and what do you think it is? Charlie Sheen goes cryptid hunting again. He visits Alaska to find the legendary Kushtaka beast. Last time we were with Charlie Sheen, he was hunting the Loch Ness monster, but he didn't really find much, and now he's going to Sitka, Alaska on his private jet in search of the Kushtaka, which loosely translates to land otter. According to Mr. Sheen, it's a shape-shifting trickster who is half man, half otter. It lures one away from the campsite with the mimic sounds of a crying baby, then kills you, takes on your form, and returns to the scene for more suckers or prey. Unfortunately, during this adventure, Charlie did not run into the Kushtaka beast and is moving on to his next adventure. What it will be next time, Chupacabra, alien, who knows? Joe Rogan questions everything psychic spies. Latest episode on Joe Rogan questions everything. Joe wants to know if psychics are real and if they are working for the government. Really interesting episode because some people are claiming they are ex-military and trained to remote view places. One guy even says he told the military where Osama bin Laden was hiding, but failed to predict 9/11, so who knows what to really believe with that guy. Anyway, Joe does some psychic tests and does really well. It's almost like Joe's more psychic than everybody he's interviewing. This episode, there's a great illusionist at the end. Full episodes posted on YouTube. Check it out. Last story of the week. Another UFO has been caught flying over Brazil. This UFO was spotted by some children playing in their backyard in Minas, Brazil. The kids really react to seeing this object. They were just messing around with the camera. They would zoom into the clouds and see a metallic object kind of floating around. Is this an insect on the lens or a real UFO? You tell me, comments are open. Thanks for checking out this week's weekly web wrap-up show. And don't forget, if you want more of these stories, to subscribe and like this video. And thanks for watching. If you have any paranormal mystery history news and you want to report it, you can email me at mysteryhistorytv@gmail.com.